Hello, beautiful, amazing world, and you, wonderful individual out there. I had a fun topic to speak about today. I would speak about being mushy, or being adorable, cute for yourself. When you are alone, and when you truly appreciate everything that is beautiful, truly appreciate everything that is cute, everything that brings about a certain feeling of excitement and loving devotion to it, in a sense. Taking as an example, when you see a kitty, a little kitty cat, a cat in general, or when you see small cute animals, or when you see something really cool someone made, and just in general, be childlike is extremely important for our life force. It brings out an excitement for life. It brings out a certain expression for joy. It also brings about a feeling of reverence for everything around us. Life is such a wonderful, wonderful experience. And taking it for granted is not what the divine wants us to do. They want us to grab a hold of what we can control and what we can master of our own inner will and power, and use it for the betterment of everything. To not follow what everyone else is doing, but truly wake up to your inner individuality and personality so that you can shine that loving light out. There is no shame and there is nothing wrong in being sentimental and emotional if you have it as a living, controlling, flowing force that is guided as a compass for what we should do and what we should experience inward-wise. We have been so used to cut ourselves off body-wise from the neck down and only use our head. But our head are cold, abstract thinking. But if you include the whole body, that includes also the cutesy, the mushy, the sentimental, and the reverent, the devotional, you will gain a certain will and life, a will to live, will of life. Going out exploring small adventures, absorbing and observing things around us, enjoying the animals playing around in their beautiful forms, seeing the wind rustling in the trees, enjoying the greenery of life that sprouts out in summer, and also the silence at winter, the dying away at fall, and the sprouting at spring. All of these is the ebb and flow of life, and it brings about a certain enjoyment, a certain beautiful feeling. When you see that being wasted away, when you see it being taken for granted, you become sad because you know the potential in everything and everyone. And by being that hopeful guide, that hopeful anchor in this world, to truly show that it is possible to live in different ways, with new perspectives, without all this policing, but with a certain dignity to being a human being. Yes, we are living side by side with a smaller number of people that cannot self-reflect, but they are not a huge number. Most human beings are more or less in tune with who they are, what they feel. They haven't degraded to something that is non-reflective anymore, only reflects out away from them. The only thing that is needed as a trigger or as a catalyst for making them wake up is more or less hearing the right things, making the soul move and make you think for yourself. By using pure thinking from your mind with your consciousness, You grab a hold of your thinking, and then you try mastering it, because when you master, you can start to make it affect your emotions. And when it affects your emotions, it becomes will impulses over time. That is why when you have trained spirituality and become extremely sensitive, you see immoral and unethical actions as ugly, aesthetic beauty. And aesthetic beauty, it's called. And you see a loving action, morals, love, and ethics as beautiful. And that is the guiding system. And you start to see your own ugly and your own beautiful traits. And you start to purify and to ennoble yourself. And then you can start to smile with a true, authentic smile for life, with a true feeling of love in your heart, but also an inner and somber sadness for those that is struggling behind, for those that need our compassion. If you have hate and dislike and fear and despair in your heart, you become disclosed in yourself. You become in your own little ball and you can't go out of it. And you can also end up losing yourself to the world, being crushed and overwhelmed by it, being dragged everywhere. And you can stay in the middle, being in your own form, in your own consciousness and soul, and expand it outwards with conscious effort, with activity of mind or body, soul, and spirit. Our humanness is amazing. Our angelic inheritance is amazing. When you find what is human, contra what is animal, find out what is fully and only human, you will start to see where the divine in us are laying around in our inner force, laying around. It's like, yeah, put it on the shelf over there. But being a human is so much more than paying your dues, eating, sleeping, procreating. It is expressing creativity. It is devotion, reverence for life. How much can you put it out? That's how much you put out healing to the world. And even though the whole world is against you on this, you still are you, because you are morally and ethically inclined to living correctly. And if you do this alone, when you are only by yourself, you will do it outside with other human beings too. And that will help immensely, because you are showing yourself as an active example of what you can be. A true human being, a true living, changing, forming, evolving soul in a physical, wonderful body. Being accepting of yourself no matter who you are, no matter what you believe in, no matter what you're interested in, and so on. When you accept yourself, you don't care what others say, because you are not damaging. You do not damage. You are putting out constructive and healing wisdom and knowledge out. And it requires values. It requires certain discipline to stay in this, to not lower the standard. When someone holds to the standard of everyone will be lifted up with it. And the more that does this, the more it will change for the better of everyone. Everyone should have the opportunity to have this beautiful, beautiful life as a human being. A unique, individual human being with a wonderful personality. When you ennoble it, when you purify it, when you truly find out what life is about and what truly is important. We have wasted a whole lot of resources and time over the last years. So maybe we should go a little different now. And it's up to each and every individual one of us to choose this. You can't be forced by anyone else. You can't wait for anyone else to have you do this. You need to be your own coach. You need to be your own master. You need to be your own. Kick yourself in the butt to do something. You don't need others to do that. You have the inner strength. You only need to practice it. Repeat it. Small steps at first. Every small little step, every small little action helps, always. Have patience, have love for yourself, have true understanding of yourself. Then you won't beat yourself up or condemn yourself or push yourself away from yourself. You take everything you have under your wing and give it the proper reverence and love it deserves. For then you can give the same to everyone around you. To everyone around you. You meet every individual as that individual and change and shape and based on each and every individual, because not everyone should be taken the same because we are unique. It would be disrespectful to say you are that, you're the same everyone. When everyone has their unique. That is why when I meet someone, I will ask questions that brings them to their individuality. But not losing yourself inside yourself and being completely narcissistic and egotistical. Narcissistic-like. You just can't be narcissistic all of a sudden. But you get my drift. To be a human, the love, the beauty. May the divine and the hierarchy and Christ and Father, Mother guide you all on this beautiful path to growth, evolution and change. Love you all. Thank you and goodbye.